All right. Yes, it's here. It's finally done. I'm sorry I'm late. Crazy, crazy intense week. This, ladies and gentlemen, is fantastic news. So we had the Fantastic Four trailer. We're about to see Silver Surfer. I'm going to give you a little bit of reaction. A lot of these things are spoiled for me already, which is no big deal. But we're going to see it in full, spend our time with it, yada, 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 and have some good times. Okay, so let's get this presentation underway. I'm very much looking forward to this. This was a really cool thing that the IMAX YouTube channel actually released this. So I hope this is a crisper version for all of you guys at home. But this is really cool. So let's dive in. I'm going to turn up my volume here. And let's get...
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That's fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
We will protect you.
All right. Okay. All right. Little McConaughey for you. Okay. So amazing. So it's looking good. So a couple things here. Okay. So lots to unpack. So a couple of things you should know about me. I've done some film work. I've taught college, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to go too much into that. But so let's break down this trailer a little bit because there's some things here that are a little funky that I think can be improved upon. But there are some great homages as well, especially this screen here, which if anybody's ever read Fantastic Four 48, the sky basically with rocks and molten lava and fire, the sky's on fire is a great homage to what Kirby did for the coming of Galactus. So very cool to see that. I love seeing the skyline here. I love the Fantastic Four, so they all look good. The pacing of the trailer is a little weird. There's a little bit of weird pacing. The jokes are not hitting when they're supposed to. There's a couple of issues with internal rhythm within the cuts. I don't know if because they had to come in at certain angles to change things so that they could get some things being left kind of quiet. I don't know. Like you can tell here, this dialogue that Johnny Storm has feels a little ADR.
You're gonna be the best mom in the world.
Like we never see his mouth moving. The audio sounds like it's coming from his direction. Something strange happening.
You are going to be the best dad. Just kidding.
You know what I mean?
You are out of your depth. We are going to be the best uncles ever.
I'm hoping we get more of that.
We can do this.
With Johnny Storm and Ben. That's very true to their nature. I hope that's great. I have to say that the biggest takeaway for me right now with this trailer is 100% Pedro Pascal. He is a god. The man looks good. He kills it. The Fantastic Four. He's playing Reed Richards with an amazing amount of composure, which is Reed's biggest quality. So I'm really excited about that. Vanessa Kirby, fantastic too. I hope she gets more screen time, and I hope they don't put her in a weird position, just, you know, being pregnant in the movie and all that stuff. I hope she's not given the mom stereotypical role we see in films usually, because people don't write women very well. But I hope that's not the case. So I don't think it is, because when the surfer comes down and talks to them for the first time, which is such a good shot, which we'll get to. I know I'm a surfer fan talking about everything else, but
This world,
Yes, we are.
your planet is now marked.
so the fact that she says, yes, we are, I hope she's like the matriarch. I hope she's like the person for the family, the speaker of the family, because I hope she has that power that they give her, because the way she's written in early days is good, but she's a little subservient. I'm hoping she has more edge to her, which is what I like, because Surfer and Sue Storm's relationship is extremely interesting. She's kind of her, and of course, Alicia, I forget Alicia's last name, but Alicia, who's Ben Grimm's girlfriend at the time, is another person who speaks to Surfer and kind of helps him discover his humanity, in this case, her humanity. So I think that's pretty interesting. I don't know. The more I look at this, the more I like it, the more I sit with it, the more I enjoy it. So that's really good. In terms of the trailer starting the way it is, I think it's good. These cuts between this here look really good. The 16 millimeter, maybe 8 millimeter, 16 millimeter kind of home footage kind of situation there is really nice. I'm hoping, though, that it doesn't play like the Daredevil Born Again did, where it's that intercutting between the documentary style and the narrative style. I just don't know. I don't know if that's going to come into play here. I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. But I love the spaceship. There's actually quite a bit of things here. Ben kind of walking around this this sweater that's kind of torn and stuff with the lunch bag there. It's fascinating to see that. I think it's nice that he's treated like a monster, but then appreciated by the city. So I think there's going to be some duality there. Herbie, you good looking bag of bolts. You're gorgeous. Herbie's looking so awesome. So Herbie looks good. I'm happy with Herbs. Johnny Storm. Oh, look at that. A little bit of a serial thing with Human Torch on there. That's kind of cool. That's kind of interesting. Very much a fandom in this parallel Earth. If you don't know, the Earth that we're in is this futuristic 1960s kind of thing. So not 616, not the MCU we're used to. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to be spoiled, you should not listen. But my prediction is this does not end well. And they lose their planet and kind of become an adopted orphan family for Earth. And I'm pretty excited to see how that pans out. And Norrin Rad Silver Surfer's coming. You know what I mean, guys? I know everyone's like, oh, he's not there, blah, blah, blah. That's dumb. He's coming. And if it is her, I know it's not Shella Ball. I know they had to say that because everyone was pissing themselves, worried about it. But she looks great. And she's going to do a good job because she's a quality actress. So whatever they decide to do, I think it'll be really interesting, especially the take. What I don't like, however, is this kind of, what I don't like is a lot of the homages here with Surfer and Johnny Storm. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the chase again. You know what I mean? We saw that in Rise. I'm not a huge fan of it happening here. None of the other Fantastic Four fly, so I guess you kind of have to have this. I don't know. I think there could have been a better angle here. Unless this is just the one little moment that's an homage to this and it's just to make audiences familiar, or maybe this happens actually kind of early, and maybe this is not even the movie. Maybe the movie is really about Earth kind of falling apart, this Earth. And I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting take. There's something else here right after this moment. here. I don't know who this is. This person's interesting. I guess that's Sue. I guess that's Sue here. Yeah, just not in uniform, which I wonder why. I don't know. I have to say, aesthetically, this movie is gorgeous. I mean, it's a very beautiful movie. There's so much good light and color and good color theory. Seeing the blue, there's a lot of good work being done here. I'm just hoping the narrative is as strong as the aesthetic. And that's my worry with this. And that's my filmmaker brain going off here. But this is interesting. I mean, this is the planet, right? This is like it. So I don't know how Earth comes back from that, but it doesn't look good. So Galactus is not going home hungry, if you know what I mean. This moment, though, this is really important. I have a feeling this is going to be pretty significant, where he's looking an escape route for his family, and they can't forgive him, but he has to get them to safety. So there's something here. There's something, them being torn away from their home world. I don't know. There's something very interesting about that moment. Yeah, Surfer. Now, this is interesting. Don't think that's inside Galactus. I don't know. Maybe it is. That is a weird contraption here. Or maybe they're trying to get the nullifier, whatever it's called, to defeat Galactus. It'd be interesting if they go that far with it and try to come back to Earth to save it, but they're too late. I don't know. It's pretty cool. This doesn't look terrible. I don't think the hair is right because it's very distracting. Pulls me away from what I'm supposed to be seeing, which is form. Riding a wave like a surfer, I think that's kind of predictable. I don't think that'll be the movie. I hope that's not the movie. I hope they think outside the box with Surfer, because Jack Kirby did, John Buscema. I mean, like, there's so many artists, Mobius, who thought about the relationship between Surfer and the board far more outside the box than just the traditional, what we know on Earth, right? In reality of, someone surfing 10 and surfing the waves. But I'm hoping there's some kind of intuitive, interesting things happening here. Because right now, this is kind of, this follows a lot of the kind of like stuff you see in books, but I do see the lines on the board. So I'm interested to see that. I have to say, this moment
Your planet
is far more beautiful than I realize on, just seeing it now. But like, it's far more interesting. Something's off, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited, that's for sure. I'm talking about a minute and I'm realizing we're only 13 minutes in. But this is really interesting. So anything else? Now this is good stuff. Everybody was asking, we're going to see the stretch, and the stretch looks good. Now, of course, we got Galactus foot here, so that's pretty sick. Galactus is done perfect, which is why it's so frustrating to see Surfer have things slightly wrong, which is heartbreaking. If you look at this, you know what I mean? I was going to show you guys this thing here. I'll move my screen over. But if you see this piece here, this is by Simona Bianchi. And what I love about this piece is the texture, right? He's not a silver T1000 kind of look. There's a texture here. There's like an alien factor to this, like skin being covered in chrome and silver, this outer layer that protects him from the power of cosmic. So there's something here that I think the team at Marvel should maybe think about before releasing the movie. I know it's too soon now, so I highly doubt anything will be done, but maybe when we see Norrin, it'll be a little perfected. But yeah, so maybe that's what's coming, and gotta be patient. I gotta remember to be patient, just because I'm excited. But yeah, so Fantastic looks awesome. Mr. Fantastic looks so good. The aesthetic looks really clean. I don't know. I'm hoping it works out. There's something there.
this world.
I love the voice. I have to say, Rise of the Silver Surfer voice was not great. They robbed Doug Jones. Fishburne is amazing with his voice, obviously. Iconic, but wish Doug Jones had kind of kept it with it, because then the voice feels like it comes from the body. Like, you can tell that difference. You can see where it resonates and where it kind of builds. So it's a bit of a shame, but Surfer here sounds beautiful. Like, the voice is has good tender, has like real presence to it.
Actors of this world.
Love that.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
That sounds good. I have to say that sounds pretty good to me. You can see Surfer morphing through the helicopter here, which is very much
For death.
Running that power. Now it seems very, very close to Rise of the Surfer. Even the same sound effect rings Rise of the Silver Surfer. So I don't know if that means what I think it means, and what I hope people who make this, who are much smarter than I am, would do, is that they're giving us this view of a world that has a parallel to the one we've already seen. And who knows, maybe we see Doug Jones again. Like maybe we get that back in a much more defined, elevated way. I don't know. Surfer's a big deal. I'm hoping this branches out to a special presentation for Surfer. I'm hoping.
Which is now marked for death.
So there is the warping. So Surfer, when he goes through materials and matter and all that stuff, he can change the what is it called? The composition of matter to form around him and move and all that stuff, form around her. So Shalabal is running here. I'm hoping we hear about Norn from Shalabal. And she's a wonderful character. She's great. It's a very interesting take. I wonder how they pull it forward. It'd be really cool to see how it goes, but there's so many good homages here. And the aesthetic to this place is beautiful. So really lively.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of
There was a conversation there.
space. And they heard.
I don't know, but I say Curry and Pedro look really good together on this. See, also too, like if you look at this scene here, they're in bunkers, so they're already hiding. So the world, they haven't prevented much, is what I'm saying. So pretty amazing. Everybody looking good. Thing looks good. I like the brow. They gave the brown thing, which is huge risk. And I know some people don't like it, but I dig it. I dig the aesthetic of the brow. I think it works out for him. So I think it looks good. Costumes look good. I don't know. I'm excited. Let's take a break from that. But that looks really good to me. Yeah, I think it's really exciting. This was a quick little video. I want to go in here and make sure I ran you guys through this stuff because I think it's really cool. And it was really fun to watch that with you guys and to discuss my thoughts because I was a lot fresher today than I was yesterday. But more content coming. We're going to be covering this quite a bit. But Fantastic Four. So we did it. It's cool. Surfer's in the MCU. Now we're going to get more stories, more presence. I think Surfer will play a huge part of Doomsday arc. I don't think he cannot. I think they're going to go the route that I'm believing they're going to be, especially with Franklin, with Reed Richards' son, and Invisible Woman Sue Storm's son, Franklin, which has a lot of connotations in there. So that's pretty big. We kind of knew it was coming. We all assumed based on the advertisements because we're too in this. But it's done. It's here. Thank you all so much. Silver Surfer, yeah. More content coming. All right, guys.